perfectly normal girl. Then poof.
Holy!
She's a rat.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. Poor that she had a second of humanity. Welcome back, super friends and super family. I am Thor, your friendly neighborhood god of thunder. Today I'm reacting to Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 4, Episode 9. Last episode of Angel. It was a heartbreaking episode with Angel and Buffy, and I still have mixed feelings about how Angel, ultimately with the opportunity to become human, to be back with Buffy, and to throw off kind of this burden of being a vampire, gave that up in sacrifice for the common good of humanity. I really think I thought about it a little bit more, and of course I discussed it more in that episode of Angel if you've missed that, but I really think it was just a necessity for the two shows to remain separate and to also just make it emotionally devastating, because I can't help but think that there would be a lot of good reasons to get rid of Angelus for good, even at the loss of the superpower vampire Angel. But that aside, we got to move on with the show, and there's a lot of interesting things going on right now with Buffy, okay? And biggest for me is kind of the development with Riley, and I'm curious, not just some of the romantic tension or possibility with Buffy and Riley, which, I feel like is still there, but more so like how long is it going to take for Buffy to discover who Riley really is and what's going to be the result moving forward? Is it going to be a teaming up of Buffy and the Scoobies with the Initiative, or is there going to be some real tension between the two forces of good? Can we even fully trust the Initiative? They seem good, but at the same time, any of these organizational, structural, corporate-esque good forces similar to the Slayers Council, I'm just distrustful of them. Now, Riley, at least for everything we've seen so far, seems like a noble guy who's fighting the good fight. So unless there's more to be revealed, I feel safe trusting him. But let's see what develops, what happens. Maybe this episode will go a totally different direction. Maybe it'll be focused on Spike and how he dealt with, the aftermath of being welcomed to a Thanksgiving dinner. As always, the full reaction to this episode is up on Patreon, along with future episodes of both Buffy and Angel, if you care to support me and check those out. If not, I do one Slay Alive episode per week. Let's get into today's reaction, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 4, Episode 9. Oh, really? Really? We're opening with pictures of Oz? That's a painful memory. It would be nice if Oz comes back in the show, at least at some point in the future. I mean, if Oz is gone for good, Willow really deserves somebody special. I don't know who that's gonna be, but I hope it's somebody good.
Thanks, Riley.
Why did Buffy make that face?
Oh, yes. I am a lesbian.
Well, it's good that you're so...
He's involved in student activism, okay? That's a good thing.
Have a little spread, sandwiches, maybe some ants. It'll be fun.
This is a date.
Talking about having a picnic?
This is a date.
So was that a conversation we actually had, or one I was just practicing?
Okay, that's some adorable honesty from Riley. Come on.
Before our conversations. It's not easy, talking to you sometimes. It's like an oral exam.
Dang, he's being so honest about how he feels. That's such a change from how he was earlier.
You never know how you're gonna react to something. That's why I like you so much.
Dang, he's saying everything.
I swear, you really are. There's a lot about you that needs puzzling out.
Having a secret identity and a double life will do that.
I lose you somewhere?
Is she still thinking about Angel, or has she forgotten?
He said that he would bring all the food, so all I have to do is show up and eat. Those are two things I'm really...
Well, it sounds like a very easy date. Plus 2 points.
Have you seen his arms? Those are good arms to have.
Priorities. Angel, you should have done more curls.
Exactly. Riley seems so solid.
Willow is such a good friend to, like, listen, you know, especially when she herself is in romantic pain.
Seeing Angel in LA, even for 5 minutes. Hello to the pain.
It's so sucks she can't remember that day they had.
Isn't that where the fire comes from? Can a nice, safe relationship be that intense?
Absolutely. I mean, it doesn't have to be, if it's boring, that's a different thing, but you can have safe and exciting.
Fighting.
It's just like such a casual break in the conversation. I love that. That is kind of an interesting question, though. Like, obviously, you know, I'm joking. Like, you can have a safe, bad boy kind of relationship with excitement, but I mean, I think you can. I'm not joking about that. But if you were actually like a fighter like Buffy, who routinely is killing and fighting, you know, could you date a normal person? I mean, obviously, we know Riley isn't, but I'm just wondering, like, is that even possible?
I came out through an air vent. I don't know exactly where. I'm done. Put the telly on.
Is he just gonna be a permanent house guest? Okay, I love that cup. Kiss the librarian. Am I forgetting something? I don't think we saw how Giles got that.
You've done this for Angel. You must have.
Okay,
Hey, give it.
that's it.
This is what happens when you insult during feeding. You get your food taken away.
Useful about the commandos.
I'm trying to remember. It was very traumatic.
How long are you gonna pull this?
Yeah, can you get a therapist? Get Spike a therapist.
We have no intention of killing a harmless creature, but we have to know what's been done to you.
I mean, he's still a demon though, right? Even if he's harmless, isn't he pure evil?
Sorry, poor choice of words. Until we know that you're...
Flaccid?
You are one step away, Missy.
That's what crossed the line for him.
Look at my poor neck. Oh, babe. Truth spell. I'm not positive it would work on a vampire, but we could try.
That's worth a shot. I like the idea.
Looks pretty simple. I'll stop by the magic shop tomorrow.
Excellent.
All right?
Why do I have a feeling something about this spell is going to go terribly, terribly wrong?
What, are you people blind? She's hanging on by a thread. And Nini could see that.
Dang, look, see, Spike is paying more attention to Willow than her own friends. Because I think he's right. I mean, look at the whole graveyard talk earlier. Buffy was only talking about herself. Like, ask about your Willow, how you were doing.
Not here.
Okay. Buffy is listening now. That's good. She heard me complaining.
It feels like that now. Oz is gone.
I like how we didn't just brush past that huge event and how the show is realistic in showing like how a serious relationship like that, the loss of that, is a lingering, painful thing.
Timmy's down the bloody well, and if you make me miss it, I'll
Do what? Lick me to death?
Come on, don't let him miss whatever show that was he wants to see. That's just cruel.
No. I think we ought to try the spell. Among other things, I'd like to shower sometime today.
Giles, need to hire an assistant.
You can have the best time in a car. It's not about getting somewhere. You have to take your time.
Is he advertising for Toyota right now? Please tell me.
Let it wash over you. The air, motion. Just let it roll.
Okay. Not my favorite flirtation analogy. Did he practice this one? Riley, do another take, bro.
I'm in.
I think it's painful for Willow. As much as she loves Buffy, it's still painful seeing your friend, like, happy, like, on a date when you're in so much pain.
Sit. There's plenty to go around.
Dang, that's kind of Riley.
Did something happen? Is something wrong? No. Everything's fine. Same.
Everything's the same. Everything is not fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hard to start a conversation under the circumstances.
You mean Oz just sent for his stuff and didn't even call her? That's pretty harsh.
It's the studio making him do this, okay? Oz normally would never be like that.
Having a wonderful time.
I mean, I hope she's actually having fun and this isn't just, you know, denial.
Drunk? Drunk. That's.
Dang. That's so sad.
Such a strong word. Kind of a guttural Anglo-Saxon.
I hope they recognize that she needs help right now, because she does.
Promise. But it's gonna take time. Well, it's not good enough. I know.
I understand why Willow feels that way. When you're in the middle of that much pain, someone saying, like, just wait it out, doesn't quite cut it. Willow, please don't do something foolish. Definitely not a good thing. Whatever that spell was.
It is my will that my heart be healed.
What's the price, though? There's always a cost.
Giles, what are you doing here?
I'm a bit concerned about you, actually.
Good. See, Giles knows that she needs a little help.
Buffy didn't tell me anything.
Oh, well, forget the beer part then.
Happily. I came...
Giles is like, I don't want to discuss that. I don't want to know.
Except the motherwort, I just forgot the doing the spell part.
That isn't like you at all.
Giles, come on, go easy on her.
I even tried to do a spell last night. To have my will done. I was hoping it would make me...
Dang, he looks really, really concerned. What do you know?
I do...
No, you don't. You say that you do, but you don't see anything.
Oh, no, 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 no. What did you just do? Did you blind Giles?
Oh, sorry.
What, do only her negative wishes come true? What a horrible spell.
Oh, sorry. So sorry.
Alright, let's press the undo button right now. Where's the undo button for this spell?
Be now quiet.
You know, not too keen about this spell stuff.
You could just use an old-fashioned gag, couldn't you?
Let your deceitful tongue be...
Giles, if it's unwise for Willow to be trying a spell into this state, how much more unwise is it for you, untrained, to be doing this stuff? Especially when you can't read anymore. Oh my gosh. Alright, prison break time.
Be a generous ending for you, Spike.
I mean, Spike can't bite anyone anymore, but if he wanted to kill people, couldn't he still, as a vampire? Or is he not able to do any physical harm?
And I didn't have the guts to do the spell of Veruca. I will...
No, you made the right call not doing the spell on Veruca.
Perfectly normal girl. Then poof.
Holy!
She's a rat.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. Poor that she had a second of humanity.
Find him in 2 seconds.
Well, that happened. So what is the extent of her power?
The lab. Commando lab. The door was right here where I escaped.
It's hidden in the grass. Or not?
Open up!
Maybe it's a... No, there's no spell. Oh, Spike, that's great. I like the way he tries. Okay, so hitting Buffy hurt him too. Alright. Eye drops will not solve this issue.
You're not gonna do anything to me. You don't have the stones.
Oh, I got this stuff.
She's killed how many vampires? Why would she be scared to kill him?
Right now, she needs Spike.
Well, fine. Why doesn't she just go marry him?
What? No. No, 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 no. Buffy and Spike married? Where's Angel to witness this?
Long enough to...
It's just so sudden. Spike. Of course it's yes.
Who would have thought? This is the craziest turn in any Buffy episode, and it's amazing. Joyce, your daughter is married.
See what's happened?
Congratulate her, Giles. Come on.
Insect lady, mummy girl, Anya. You're a demon magnet.
He has a type, okay?
It's me. Something's happened. I need your help. I can't...
It's funny, Willow, it's too bad she didn't mention Cordelia and, like, throw her in that same demon category.
Ceremony, guests, reception.
Well, first thing I'd say, we're not having a church wedding.
Yeah, that would be a bit tonally off.
This big pile of dust.
Stop it! This is our wedding, and you're treating it like a...
It's good to see that even married, Spike and Buffy would continue to bicker.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
How is this happening? How is this going on screen?
And I would like you to be the one to give me away.
Oh, Buffy.
Dang.
That's...
That's so sweet that she feels that way about Giles, but it's also so sad that's how bad her relationship with her father is. But it makes sense from what we've seen.
is making you act this way. Don't you realize what you're doing?
Giles put it together that she would never do this without being under a spell.
They all will. But you guys weren't crazy about Angel at first either.
You weren't going to say that name.
Don't mention your ex during the honeymoon phase, right?
Rather blind. Completely, in fact.
What?
Was it just gradual, like building up?
Oh, going to need supplies.
Are you helping me?
Well, it's almost like you're my father-in-law, isn't it?
Spike has a soft side to him. He really does.
It's all right. I have more scotch.
That is the only appropriate response under the circumstances. It's a good thing Angel is back in LA. Oh, what is Riley gonna say, though?
I mean, we fought for all these years, and then sometimes you just...
Wait, is he gonna realize she's a Slayer? Like when he finds out that Spike?
That's a name?
Don't be mad.
I'm not mad.
No, you are mad.
No, I am. I really...
I think you're more confused. The anger hasn't caught up yet.
So, I'm just gonna go far away and be away.
I mean, what must Riley be thinking? Like, the mysterious girl turned out to be insane.
It's time for just the two of us.
Aw, interrupted. What?
No, Parvo demon. Drowning is the only way to kill it.
Well, you are the expert, Anya. I mean, is this a consequence of Willow? I feel like it has to be.
Dum-da-dum. Dum-dum-da-dum.
Giles, pour yourself another drink. 2 more.
We could smear a little on the mouth. The blood of the innocent.
That's smart. Classic elegance.
What's wrong with Buffy?
Such a good question.
My mother gave me that name.
Your mother, yeah, she's a genius.
Don't you start in on my mother.
Come on, Spike, you and Joyce are hilarious together.
They keep coming and coming. I think we lost him, but I couldn't see. Spike! He's all untied.
Well, there's a lot more shocking things to find out, Xander.
Roll-ups.
This is the crack team that foils my every plan. I am deeply
You should be.
Spike and I are getting married.
How? What?
Good reaction.
The man I love.
That's a sight you can't unsee. Anya looks away. That's great.
What is it? Everything's so familiar. Work, brain, work.
I've said that to myself many times.
She told me I was a demon magnet and you two should get married.
That I didn't see.
Okay, points to Xander like he's the one to put it together and to connect this to Willow. You know, I'm surprised, but well done.
Show immunity.
Yeah, right. You're marrying Spike because you're so right for each other.
Xander.
Don't question their love. That's too rude.
Probably doesn't know what she's doing.
We gotta find her.
Before somebody gets really hurt.
Oh, great. Well, Giles, I hope you didn't hit your face. What the heck did that do?
To Hoffren. Bastard, he's opened a portal here.
Who?
Ooh.
Anya's expertise is really coming in handy.
Shut up, honey.
To Hoffren. He made me a demon 1120 years ago.
Oh, dang.
You have much anger and pain. Your magic is strong, but your pain.
This feels like a Jedi talk. The Force is strong with you, but there is anger.
I'm sorry. I'll try for a quiet rage. Bye.
Offered to elevate me.
Meaning?
They made me a demon.
Oh God, Willow. But
Wait, so she willingly became a demon? She just accepted an offer? No one's gonna help Buffy? I guess she's got this handled pretty easily.
In the name of Hoffren. space, but now a gateway to the world of Arash.
I hope this is a good idea, Anya, but I like how she's doing something.
Location. We bend as the reed in the
Speak quickly, speak quickly.
Oh wait, we
Oh no, she's forgetting. Protect Anya, she's the only one who can undo this, I feel like. Don't sign on the dotted line, Willow.
Really, no offense intended. I mean, you've been super nice.
Willow, always polite. It's awesome.
Oh well. Here is my talisman. You change your mind, give us a chant.
Well, that's not what I expected. They're very understanding. It's like a job interview. Oh, for a second I thought he was changed back. Okay, end it, Willow. Let's go.
Let this harmful spell be broken.
I can't wait to see Buffy when she realizes what's happening.
Are you going to keep making these?
Oh, until I don't feel so horribly guilty.
Willow is so sweet.
It'll happen.
Don't I get the cookie?
No.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Forgetting spell later. I loved him. We were betrothed.
Yeah, but you were under a spell. It's not your fault.
Nice relationship with a decent, reliable. Oh my God, Riley should You thought I was serious?
Well, no.
He's like, now I just know you take strong drugs.
So you decided to tell me you're getting married.
Uh-huh.
So you're insane.
Uh-huh.
Okay then. Just another little piece of the Buffy puzzle.
I feel like I would still have a lot of question marks, but maybe that's just me.
About women, Riley.
Are we gonna have a kiss? Get out of here.
You're gonna teach me.
Nope, too early. Okay. I mean, from that final look, she really does seem to like him. Alright, so that's Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 4, Episode 9. I mean, talk about a hilarious turn of events. I don't even care what the justification or spells, whatever magic needed to happen for just the humorous situation and circumstance of Spike and Buffy. What a wedding. What a wedding. I mean, honestly, that I could have seen more and more of that. It was so unexpected and insane and just kind of the perfect thing that you can only do in a show that has like magic or some type of special thing that can make characters act so out of character. And I think the writing was good in this episode too, having earlier on in the episode having scenes with Spike and Buffy really going at each other and like showing that animosity, then to really emphasize how ridiculous and funny it was having Buffy and Spike getting married. I love the scenes with Riley. They were so awkward and strange, and the reactions were just hilarious. And I don't know, something feels more permanent. I mean, obviously, like I said, I realize Spike is becoming a bigger part of the show, and that's cool, but it almost feels like he's becoming a part of the gang, which is so interesting. Not at all what I would have expected. It's like, is he going to be a permanent, somewhat prisoner, you know, like under this vampire house arrest, giving them tips in exchange for a little bit of blood? And I mean, he does have a lot of usefulness, you know, not only with his knowledge of the enemy, but he's also very perceptive about seeing through people's kind of covers and like social masks and getting to the bottom of what people are really feeling. You know, even the fact that he realized like how bad Willow was doing and how she really wasn't at all okay. Speaking of Willow, I think that just thematically dealing with the aftermath of heartbreak and, you know, a relationship that ends in a very painful way. I just like that. Like I mentioned during the reaction, I think it's so true to life, you know, when your heart is broken, you know, someone telling you something like, oh, time heals all wounds. It's like, even if you know that deep down that there's a lot of wisdom and truth in that expression, it sucks. Like when you're going through that pain and you're drowning and it's, the world really does seem black and dark and bleak, and any cliche words of encouragement, as well intentioned as they might be coming from your friends, those really aren't adequate to make you feel better. So I don't know, Willow, the acting is so good, and because I liked Oz and you really saw the strength they had in that relationship, it makes it very easy, at least for me, to empathize with Willow's pain. And not only that, but I think that the show did a really good job of demonstrating how when you are suffering like that, even friends who are good friends and are coming from a good place and like are trying to help, there's an aspect of burden that is just the truth. Like no one wants to hang out with someone who's really feeling down. And someone who's feeling down, like Willow was in this episode, can sense that. You realize that people don't want to spend time with you, even as they're trying to help. And I don't know, I just think that that's one of those kind of uncomfortable, unfortunate realities that I'm glad that this show kind of highlighted. And then also, once again in this episode, we had a similar theme that we've seen a lot in Buffy, and just one that I'm a big fan of the fact that these good characters are very capable of making serious mistakes when they're in a lot of pain or in a bad place. And I also think that that's very true to real life. A lot of times when people do something very foolish or reckless and end up hurting others, it might not be that they're a horrible, selfish person. It might be that they're a good person, like Willow is, who is just really in a bad place on that day, in that moment, in that year of their life. And so that is a lot of the times why people do things that end up harming others or make a choice that is just inadvisable. As far as the Buffy-Riley relationship, it really does seem like he will be the rebound. It seems like that's the direction the show is taking. And like I said at the beginning, I am looking forward to see like how that development affects kind of the broader narrative of fighting the vampires and the Initiative and the Scoobies, and whether or not those two groups are going to mesh well together, or if there's going to be some inevitable conflict. And if there is conflict and Buffy and Riley are in love and are dating, how is that going to affect their relationship? Could that be the reason why things don't work out? Because they both are working for opposing groups, like the Scoobies, if they don't get along with the Initiative, perhaps. I don't know. I'm just speculating here, but had a blast with this. The craziness of this episode was just perfect. It reminded me so much of the episode where Giles and Joyce were going out, just with some crazy humor, with the friends being uncomfortable seeing everything else happening. Can't wait to see more. Thank you to everyone for watching along. Hope you enjoyed this reaction. Like I said, the full reactions are on Patreon. And as always, remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.